Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news from the United States. A major bus crash in New York State has left multiple people dead and dozens more injured. The vehicle carrying 52 passengers overturned on a major highway earlier today, creating a scene of absolute devastation. We are getting reports that many of those on board were not wearing seatbelts. We go live now to our correspondent Sarah Jenkins, who is at the scene on Interstate 86 near the town of Orangeville. Sarah, what is the latest? Thank you, Michael. The situation here remains chaotic and deeply tragic. Behind me, you can see the wreckage of the charter bus. It is lying on its side in a ditch just off the highway. Emergency crews have been working tirelessly for hours. Flashing lights from police cars, ambulances, and fire trucks illuminate a truly grim scene. Debris is scattered across a wide area. State police have confirmed that there are multiple fatalities, though they are not releasing an exact number until all families have been notified. What they have told us is that of the 52 people on this bus, the vast majority have been injured, some of them critically. The crash happened just after 2 p.m. local time on a clear, dry afternoon. The bus was traveling eastbound when witnesses say it suddenly swerved across 2 lanes of traffic before hitting the guardrail and rolling over several times. The force of the impact was immense. First responders described a horrific scene upon their arrival, with passengers thrown from the vehicle. This has been a massive rescue and recovery operation involving crews from several surrounding counties. Helicopters were brought in to airlift the most severely injured to trauma centers in Rochester and Buffalo. I am joined now by Captain David Miller of the New York State Police. Captain, thank you for your time. Can you tell us what you know about the cause of this crash? Well, the investigation is still in its very early stages. Our collision reconstruction unit is on scene, mapping the area and examining the vehicle. We will be looking at everything from potential driver error to mechanical failure or a possible medical emergency. We have spoken to the driver who survived the crash and is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. We will also be reviewing the bus's maintenance records and the company's safety history. At this point, it would be premature to speculate on a single cause. Captain, we are hearing reports that most of the passengers were not secured in their seats. Can you confirm this? That is correct. Based on our initial assessment and interviews with survivors, it appears the vast majority of the 52 people on board were not wearing seatbelts. While this bus was equipped with them, their use is not always enforced. It is a tragic reality that in a rollover crash like this, seatbelts make a profound difference. They are designed to keep you inside the protective shell of the vehicle. Unfortunately, we believe the lack of seatbelt use is a major contributing factor to the number of fatalities and the severity of the injuries we are seeing today. And what is the status of the highway right now? Interstate 86 eastbound will remain closed for several more hours as our teams complete their work. We have established detours, and we are asking the public to avoid the area completely to allow emergency vehicles and investigators the space they need. We appreciate everyone's patience as we deal with this terrible incident. Captain David Miller, thank you. Michael, as you heard there, a key focus of this investigation will be the use of seatbelts or the lack thereof. Survivors have described a scene of terror inside the bus as it began to roll. One man told a local news outlet that people were thrown around the cabin like dolls. The emotional toll on the survivors, the witnesses, and the first responders here is immense. This is a community in shock tonight, trying to come to terms with an unimaginable loss of life. Michael, back to you. Sarah Jenkins live for us from the scene of that tragic bus crash in New York. Thank you. The issue of bus safety and seatbelt regulations is once again in the spotlight. For more on this, we are joined by our transport analyst Tom Harrington. Tom, this is a recurring theme in these kinds of incidents, isn't it? It is, Michael, and it's a deeply frustrating one for safety advocates. In the United States, federal law has required new motor coaches to be equipped with lap and shoulder belts since 2013. However, there is no federal law mandating that passengers actually wear them. It is left up to individual states and bus companies to set and enforce policy. And enforcement is the key word. It is very difficult. Unlike on an airplane, a bus driver cannot easily monitor dozens of passengers while trying to navigate a highway. What we see time and again is that in rollover accidents, which are among the most dangerous for buses, the single most important safety feature is the seatbelt. It prevents ejection from the vehicle, which is a leading cause of death in these crashes. The National Transportation Safety Board has investigated numerous similar accidents and has repeatedly recommended stronger regulations and public awareness campaigns about the importance of buckling up on buses. This tragedy in New York will undoubtedly renew those calls for action. We must ask why we mandate seatbelt use in our personal cars, but are so often lax when it comes to commercial buses carrying dozens of lives. A vital question indeed. Tom Harrington, thank you for that analysis. We are also getting updates from area hospitals. A spokesperson for Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester has confirmed they have received 12 patients from the crash, several of whom are listed in critical condition. Other hospitals in the region are also treating the injured. A family reunification center has been set up at a nearby community hall, and a hotline has been established for relatives seeking information about their loved ones. To recap the main points tonight, a charter bus carrying 52 people has crashed on Interstate 86 in New York State. Authorities have confirmed multiple fatalities and dozens of injuries. The investigation is underway, but a senior police official has stated that the majority of passengers were not wearing seatbelts, which likely contributed to the severity of the outcome. We will continue to follow this story throughout the night and bring you any new developments as we get them. That is all from us for now. Thank you for watching.